coming back with me.
Never, Sonya. I agreed to help defeat Shinnok, not turn myself into the Special Forces. The Black Dragon, live on!
The Black Dragon died with Kano. You're the last one, Jarek.
Never!
While that moment might always remain in Mortal Kombat history, very few people remember the character or look forward to ever seeing them again. Mortal Kombat has so many characters like that. Ever since it was first released in 1992, over 70 characters have appeared on the MK roster. Of course, we all know Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and so on, but there are some characters who've only showed up once or twice, and have since faded into the mists of time. That's what this list is for. Hey everyone, Arya here, and today we want to take a look at some of the Mortal Kombat characters who, over the years, deserved so much better. We'll check out characters with varying degrees of popularity who, for some reason or other, have never appeared in the story again. This includes characters that were killed off that could have been so much more. Let's get on with it. Let's start things off with a pretty well-known character, Ermac. First introduced in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, this red ninja-garbed character was initially a rumored glitch that appeared in the original Mortal Kombat. Ermac is not just one person, but a combination of the souls of lost warriors created by Shao Kahn. In the Mortal Kombat lore, he's a character solely occupied with the elevation of Outworld. For this reason, he's typically viewed as a neutral character who can either be a hero or a villain depending on the circumstances. In Mortal Kombat Deception, for example, he was on the side of the good guys and helped main man Liu Kang to rescue some of the souls in Onaga's grip. He was on Kotal Khan's side in MKX during the struggle for the throne with Mileena. As a character, Ermac was so cool to play and really popular for his teleport punch and other telekinesis-based skill sets. So it was a real bummer when he turned up dead in the crypt, which means that he's dead. With such a cool moveset and a fun playstyle, it feels unfair that Ermac never got a shot at Mortal Kombat 11, and we can only hope that somehow he turns up in MK12. Next is Kai. Oh Kai, they really did my boy Kai bad. First introduced in MK4, he was with the Shaolin monks and had power comparable to Liu Kang or Kung Lao. But after that game, he just disappeared. And even though you could argue that he was in Mortal Kombat Deception, was he really? You only find him in a secret mission that doesn't last long, and he isn't even playable. Sure, he appeared in Armageddon, but didn't everyone? As a story, Armageddon doesn't really fit since everyone showed up there. Kai could have been a cool character. Quick, nimble, and strong. He even has Raiden's frigging staff. He got that at the end of MK4 and was to use it to help him on his journey to discover himself. With all this, you can imagine how great a character Kai could have been, and how powerful he could be. We never even really got to see how he died, and the only depiction of his end comes in a non-canonical Mortal Kombat 4 comic called Trauma, where he was killed by 2 doppelgangers. Man. Up next is one of the most depressing stories to ever come out of the Mortal Kombat stable. Li Mei was considered as a sort of replacement for Liu Kang, and she was well designed and even had a few nifty moves. She had her own version of Liu Kang's bicycle kick, but hers threw out punches instead of kicks. She was first introduced in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance as a resident of Outworld whose village is destroyed by the Deadly Alliance. Kano was responsible for destroying her people, but she wasn't going to go down without a fight. She kicked Kano's butt, which captured the attention of the main villains. She was then promised that her people would be freed if she competed in the Deadly Alliance tournament. And then her ending, it was like something out of Berserk. She won the tournament, but get this, her soul was ripped out of her body and used to revive the Dragon King's army, in her own ending. And as if that wasn't bad enough, she returned in Mortal Kombat Deception, but at the end, betrays all her friends and sides with Onaga, becoming his queen in the process. Come on! Oh wait, that's not all. She returns in Mortal Kombat X, but simply as a civilian who's helping the good guys with some information. Gone was the flashy clothing and peppy attitude, and in its place we got a bland character with no real redeeming qualities. A mighty long fall from being a possible Liu Kang replacement. So we have to talk about Havoc. Havoc is a lover of chaos, who first appeared in Mortal Kombat Deception. He's the self-proclaimed cleric of chaos, and only allies himself with those seeking chaos. This makes him a mostly neutral character, but make no mistake, he's a bad man. In Mortal Kombat Deception's ending, he got a hold of Onaga's body and consumed his heart. He was able to bring souls back and went straight to bring Shao Kahn back to life. His fighting style is also a lot of fun, as he fights with a mace and will disjoint any part of his body necessary to fight. He appeared again in Armageddon, but didn't affect the storyline much. He's very much a troll, as you can see here.
Well done.
Well done? You tried to kill me.
Nonsense. How could I teach you the way of chaos if there was an agreement, a structure to the lesson?
Oh, I think I understand. I was learning from the unpredictable nature of experience, not from a structured tutorial. I did not realize you had no intentions of harming me when you attacked, and therefore I learned to adapt to what I perceive to be a real threat.
You are correct, except I would have killed you if you had given me the chance. I was quite serious.
After the reboot, we don't see Havoc in any of the games. He was a certified badass in the MKX comics, ripping everyone to shreds, and even getting Sub-Zero and Raiden under his control. He's absolutely unstoppable in the comics, but he wasn't in MK11 even though he was teased in the story mode. With such a fun playstyle and great lore, especially from the comics, it's a shame we haven't got Havoc in MK. I mean, just look at his costume. Imagine what it'd be like if updated. He'd be so cool. Well, maybe we'll see him in the next Mortal Kombat game. Finally, we have Suhao. Okay, I know nobody actually likes him. He's a silly joke character that even the devs wanted gone as soon as possible. But hear me out. Suhao is a Mongolian warrior and a member of the Red Dragon. He was introduced in MK Deadly Alliance, and he helped take down the Black Dragon Syndicate, whilst also infiltrating the Special Forces and destroying their equipment. He also betrayed Jax and Sonya, and was riding high for a period. Of course, this did not last, and he was killed by Jax, who ripped out his cybernetic heart. He returned in Armageddon, everyone did, and was killed again. In MK11, he appears as a decapitated head in Aaron Black's bag at the beginning of fights. It's quite clear that he isn't well liked. But I think this is unfair because you can see quite a few redeeming qualities with him. For one, his weapon, the Sun Moon Blades, are undoubtedly badass. He also has a story that, with a few tweaks, could be really compelling. Also, yes, his design is a bit all over the place. It's the hat, guys, the hat is stupid. But you can see how a redesign could really spruce him up. Suhao is not a likable character, but just look at Kano. Even his unlikability has been used as a strength, and I think the same could be done for Suhao. He is dead, so it's unlikely we'll see him again, especially since the developers themselves don't seem to like him very much. But maybe, just maybe, there could be some sort of redemption on the cards in the next Mortal Kombat game. And that's it. Do you know any other characters who you feel deserved better in Mortal Kombat? Let us know in the comments. As always, this is Arya, and I'll see you around.